Stop deceiving yourself. You think you are a good person, but in reality, you are just putting on a mask to hide the evil that gnaws within you. Every day, you try to suppress negative thoughts, but the truth is they do not disappear. They merely lurk in the shadows, waiting for an opportunity to manipulate you. You let them guide you into shameful actions that you may not even realize. It is time to confront this harsh reality. Do not let yourself be led by the darkness within any longer. I will show you how to uncover the truth, recognize the dark nature inside, and transform its negative energy into a positive force that propels you toward true success. Are you ready to look deep into your own darkness? Let's build a community of kindness by subscribing to Stoicism for Success right now and sharing it with those you wish to see live with kindness and strength like us. Let's spread these positive values together. 1. How to clearly see your inner shadow self. You may be deceiving yourself into thinking everything is fine, but reality is different. The demon inside you, called the shadow self, still exists, buried deep within your subconscious mind. Dark desires, painful memories, and negative traits do not disappear when repressed. Instead, they accumulate daily, waiting to seize control of your life. You think you are in control, but in reality, it is the shadow self that manipulates you. Have you ever found yourself overwhelmed by anger, jealousy, or hatred without understanding why? This is a clear sign of your shadow self. It has caused you to miss opportunities, waste time, and lose yourself. You cannot allow it to keep leading you into heavier failures. It is time to change. Do not fear facing your darkness. Only by acknowledging it can you turn it into a source of strength. Look directly at suppressed desires and abnormal emotions and ask yourself honestly. Facing your shadow self is the first step to unleashing hidden energy and reclaiming your true self. Starting today, use the darkness as a lever to propel you forward. You have the power to change your life, and it only takes one decision to begin the transformation journey. Stand up, face yourself, and make your life truly worth living. 2. How the shadow self controls us. When you refuse to acknowledge your shadow self, you think it will disappear. But this denial only empowers it further. The shadow self is not just a dark part of you, it is a cunning manipulator, hiding within your decisions and actions without you realizing it. It infiltrates your daily habits, making it easy for you to justify laziness, stagnation, and fear. Have you ever wondered why feelings like anger, envy, or resentment erupt so strongly without a clear reason? That is your shadow self, controlling you from within. It turns you into a puppet of your own negative aspects, drawing you into poor decisions and irrational actions. Furthermore, the shadow self preys on your weakest moments. When you fail, feel powerless, or lose faith in yourself. It stirs up fear, pushing you to give up and spiral into self-blame and failure. You think you are in control, but in reality, you are being led by the darkness without even knowing it. It is time to reclaim control. Be brave and look directly at your shadow self. Recognize it and stop it from further manipulating your life. Only this way can you truly free yourself from its invisible grip. 3. Courage to face and accept. To move forward, you must have the courage to face your weaknesses head-on. Stop avoiding them, for avoidance only strengthens your shadow self. The dark sides you have tried to hide will not disappear. They are waiting to resurface and seize control. Face them. Acknowledge the bad feelings, dark thoughts, and actions you once felt ashamed of. This is not self-criticism or self-judgment, but a way to clearly identify your shadow self, understand its true nature, and stop it from manipulating you from within. Acceptance does not mean indulging in these negative aspects, but integrating them into your awareness to transform them into positive motivation. Only when you dare to look into the darkness can you turn it into a source of strength for growth. Courageously facing and accepting your shadow self not only helps you master it, but also allows you to reclaim wholeness and genuine freedom in your soul. 4. Examples of reflecting the shadow self. When you feel intense anger, jealousy, or contempt for someone, stop and ask yourself, why do I feel this way? Negative feelings toward others do not always stem from their actions or words. They may be a mirror reflecting the darkness within you. For example, if you despise someone for being greedy, it could be a sign that you have similar desires, but you try to hide them out of fear of judgment. Or if you scorn someone for being arrogant, it may reflect your own fear of not being good enough or lacking confidence to accept yourself. These feelings offer an opportunity to reflect on and recognize the aspects of the shadow self that you have tried to deny. See them as lessons to better understand yourself rather than criticize others. Only by acknowledging these negative emotions can you transform them into strength for growth and self-improvement. 5. The journey to eliminate the shadow self. To eliminate the shadow self, you need a clear plan and a commitment to execute it step by step. Here's a detailed guide to begin the journey of transformation and self-mastery. Start with honest self-reflection. The first step is to face yourself without hiding. Take time to reflect quietly on the negative emotions and thoughts you often avoid. Write them down to see and understand the darker parts of yourself more deeply. Observe your negative reactions. Pay attention to strong emotions like anger, envy, or resentment. These are the clearest signs of the shadow self. Whenever they arise, do not avoid them. Instead, ask yourself, why am I reacting this way? Accepting the incomplete aspects of yourself is the most crucial step. Recognize and accept buried desires, painful memories, or other negative aspects. Not to indulge them, but to understand their origins. Then, implement changes in your thoughts and actions. When you identify the shadow self, actively change your perception and behavior. Instead of letting it manipulate you, turn negative emotions into positive motivation. For instance, turn anger into determination to improve yourself or envy into inspiration for growth. This journey cannot be completed overnight. It requires patience and perseverance, with ongoing self-reflection and adjustment. Every time you overcome a part of the shadow self, you move closer to true freedom. Set clear goals and directions. Define specific goals you want to achieve. Each time you complete a goal, you will feel the shadow self losing some of its power, giving you more motivation to continue. Remember, eliminating the shadow self is a long journey, but the reward is freedom and harmony within your soul. Let's come together to support our community. If you are a kind person, please hit the like button on this video and leave some energetic comments to spread positive vibes. Together, we can make a difference. 6. The benefits of transforming the shadow self. Transforming the shadow self not only helps you confront the darker parts of yourself, but also brings significant benefits to your life. When you dare to face the darkness, the negative energies are gradually transformed into positive forces, creating profound changes both mentally and emotionally. First, you will experience true mental freedom. When you are no longer controlled by dark desires or negative emotions, your mind becomes lighter and more at peace. You will no longer be haunted by negative thoughts, which greatly reduces stress and anxiety. Second, self-awareness will be enhanced. You will understand your true nature better, allowing you to adjust your behavior and thoughts in a more positive way. Understanding the negative aspects of yourself makes you more patient in managing emotions and actions, helping you avoid making wrong decisions in the future. As the shadow self is transformed, you will also boost your confidence and ability to tackle challenges. Instead of avoiding difficulties, you will find motivation to overcome them, turning obstacles into opportunities for personal growth. Another significant benefit is improved relationships. When you no longer hide or deny your negative emotions, you will find it easier to connect with others in an honest and open manner. This helps build more sustainable and meaningful relationships. Finally, transforming the shadow self helps you achieve inner balance. When all parts of yourself are acknowledged and integrated, you will feel happiness from within, rather than merely chasing external successes. 7. Consequences of ignoring the shadow self. Ignoring the shadow self does not make it disappear. Rather, it becomes stronger and silently manipulates your life. When you refuse to confront the darker parts of your soul, they manifest negatively and uncontrollably, leading to severe consequences. First, you will face constant mental tension. Negative emotions like anger, jealousy, and resentment do not fade away but accumulate, creating intense psychological pressure. You will always feel heavy, tired, and prone to anxiety or depression. The shadow self can also lead to unconscious actions that harm both you and those around you. You might say hurtful things to others without realizing it, or make wrong decisions simply because you cannot control your emotions. This causes regret, loss of self-confidence, and growing dissatisfaction. Ignoring the shadow self also causes instability in relationships. You may overreact or misunderstand others, leading to unnecessary conflicts. This makes relationships tense and prone to breaking, resulting in feelings of loneliness and a lack of genuine connection. Another clear consequence is inner imbalance. By continuously rejecting your darker parts, you cannot achieve inner harmony. Instead, you live in contradiction and emptiness, even if you have material success. Finally, ignoring the shadow self will hinder personal growth. You will remain stuck in negative thought patterns and behaviors, unable to rise because you refuse to face your reality. 8. Transforming the shadow self is not about perfection. Transforming the shadow self does not mean reaching perfection or eliminating all negative aspects of yourself. It is not about becoming a flawless person. Instead, it is about accepting and integrating every part of yourself, including the darkest ones. Perfection is an illusion, and pursuing it only leads to artificiality and stress. When you try to completely eliminate the shadow self, you only end up repressing genuine feelings and desires, resulting in growing dissatisfaction. Transforming the shadow self is not about creating an ideal version of yourself, but achieving inner harmony. Acceptance of the shadow self allows you to live more authentically. It is not about avoiding or hiding imperfections. When you admit that you have both light and dark sides, you will no longer fear facing weaknesses, nor feel the need to appear perfect to others. Transformation is not about reaching a state of spiritual flawlessness, but about growing, living true to your nature, and turning negative aspects into positive motivation. True development comes from understanding, accepting, and mastering yourself, not from trying to be perfect. 9. Start with small steps. The journey to transform the shadow self does not need to be a sudden leap. Instead, begin with small but steady steps. Facing your darker parts can be challenging, so taking gradual steps will help reduce pressure and make the process of change more manageable. First, practice daily self-reflection by jotting down negative emotions as they arise. Do not rush to judge yourself. Just recognize and acknowledge them. For example, when you feel anger or envy, take a moment to consider the deeper cause of the emotion. Make small changes in your thoughts and behaviors every day. Instead of suppressing anger, try turning it into determination to improve yourself. Instead of letting envy bring you down, see it as inspiration to grow and achieve what you desire. Dedicate time to self-care and mindfulness meditation. Moments of stillness help you connect more deeply with yourself, making it easier to recognize the dark parts that quietly influence your thoughts and actions. This not only helps you understand yourself better, but also creates a strong mental foundation for transformation. Be persistent. Major changes do not happen overnight, but each small step will bring you closer to freedom and inner harmony. 10. The hidden potential of the shadow self. The shadow self is not just a dark part to be eliminated. It holds powerful potential. While often seen as negative, these aspects can become a tremendous source of personal growth if properly harnessed. The shadow self contains untapped energy. Strong emotions like anger, resentment, or envy are often labeled as negative, but they can provide powerful motivation if channeled correctly. Anger can turn into determination, envy into aspiration, and pain into resilience. Moreover, the shadow self is a reservoir of creativity. Bold ideas and deep desires that you once repressed can be a powerful source of inspiration for creativity and breakthroughs. Hidden thoughts and unusual desires can be the foundation for innovation when you are willing to accept and integrate them into your life. The shadow self also allows for deeper self-awareness. By courageously looking at these dark parts, you will better understand your true motivations rather than merely pursuing external expectations. This understanding not only helps you master yourself, but also brings spiritual freedom, breaking free from self-imposed limitations. 11. Mindfulness therapy for confronting the shadow self. Confronting the shadow self is not an easy journey, but mindfulness can be a powerful tool to help you understand and transform the darker parts of your soul. This method allows you to explore hidden aspects safely and with guidance. Mindfulness helps you observe your emotions and thoughts consciously, without judgment. By practicing mindfulness, you can clearly recognize the dark parts of your mind without feeling overwhelmed or frightened. This cultivates self-acceptance and patience, making it easier to transform negative emotions. How to practice mindfulness? Create a quiet space. Choose a calm, comfortable environment for mindfulness practice, free from distractions. Sit comfortably, close your eyes, and relax your whole body. Breathe slowly and consciously. Begin by focusing on your breath. Inhale slowly through your nose, feeling the air enter your lungs. Exhale slowly through your mouth, noticing the relaxing sensation as you breathe out. Repeat this a few times to awaken both your body and mind. Observe emotions and thoughts. When negative emotions arise, do not try to push them away. Allow them to exist naturally, as if you are observing them from a neutral perspective. Do not judge or analyze immediately. Simply let the emotions be and ask yourself, where does this feeling come from? Ask yourself questions. Pose questions like, what dark part of me is trying to speak through this emotion? Or what am I trying to hide from myself? These questions help you connect more deeply with your shadow self and better understand the origin of your emotions. Accept and let go. When you identify a negative emotion or thought, accept that it is part of you. Do not rush to change it. Instead, acknowledge it and let it gradually dissolve with your breath. This will help you feel lighter and less stressed. End with gratitude. Before finishing your mindfulness session, take a moment to thank yourself for courageously facing the deepest parts of yourself. This ends the practice positively and with a sense of gratitude. Mindfulness is not just a way to understand the shadow self, but also a method to transform it into positive energy, helping you achieve spiritual freedom and inner harmony. 12. Anger and motivation. Anger is often considered negative, but if used correctly, it can become a powerful source of motivation. When you feel angry, it indicates that something is wrong that you need to confront. Instead of suppressing or denying it, transform it into motivation for action and change. When anger flares up, ask yourself, what is making me so angry? It could be due to injustice, disrespect, or dissatisfaction with yourself. Identifying the root cause of anger is the first step in converting it into positive motivation. Instead of letting anger lead to impulsive actions or hurtful words, let it drive you toward a specific goal. For example, if you are angry because you feel disrespected, use that anger as a desire to prove your worth, pushing you to work harder and achieve better results. Or, if you are frustrated by stagnation in your life, turn that anger into a drive to seek change and progress. Anger is not just an emotion. It is a form of powerful energy. The key is to know how to control and direct it in the right direction. When you can transform anger into positive motivation, you not only master your emotions but also unlock your potential for greater achievements. Turn your anger into motivation for change, rather than allowing it to control your life. 13. Personalizing your shadow self. To truly understand and control your shadow self, you need to personalize it. Recognize it as part of yourself rather than as a foreign entity to eliminate. Consider the shadow self as a companion in your personal development journey rather than an enemy to destroy. Try to visualize your shadow self as a specific character in your mind. It could be a critical voice, an image linked to painful memories, or a sense of insecurity that emerges whenever you face challenges. Personalizing it helps you not only identify it more clearly, but also face it more authentically. Ask yourself, who is my shadow self? And what is it saying to me? By defining it in this way, you will find it easier to engage with and understand its meaning. For instance, if your shadow self manifests as fear, ask yourself, where does this fear come from? What is it trying to protect me from? Personalizing the shadow self is not about indulging it, but understanding and integrating it into your life. Instead of allowing it to control you, make it part of your growth process. This approach helps you manage emotions positively, turning negative aspects into opportunities for learning and growth. When you dare to face the shadow self and accept it as part of yourself, you find true freedom and the ability to master your life. 14. Challenges and self-recognition. Recognizing your shadow self is not an easy journey. It is a challenging process that requires you to face the deepest and least perfect parts of yourself. The difficulties begin with the initial step, where you must confront emotions, thoughts, and behaviors you have long tried to hide or deny. One of the biggest challenges is inner resistance. We tend to protect ourselves by creating excuses to avoid confronting the harsh truth about ourselves. This self-defense mechanism makes it easy to fall into denial or justification, rather than identifying and accepting the dark aspects of the shadow self. Secondly, you may face feelings of shame and guilt. When you recognize the darker parts, you might feel ashamed of the negative thoughts and actions you did not want to acknowledge. This can damage your self-confidence, hurt your self-esteem, and even make you want to abandon the self-awareness process. Additionally, fear is a major barrier. You may worry that facing negative aspects could make you weaker or cause others to see your flaws. This fear prevents you from diving deeply into the self-awareness process and hinders personal growth. Lastly, impatience often arises when you do not see immediate results. Recognizing and transforming the shadow self is a long-term process that requires perseverance and determination. Many people become discouraged when they see only small or slow progress, leading to frustration and giving up. However, overcoming these challenges is the key to achieving true freedom and inner harmony. Be patient and courageous, for significant change always starts with small, challenging steps. 15. The courage to look within. Having the courage to look within is not just an action. It is a bold commitment to self-exploration. It requires you to break through your protective barriers and honestly confront the darkest and least perfect parts of your soul. To be truly courageous, you must accept that uncomfortable truths will emerge. Dark emotions, unwanted thoughts, and painful memories you have long tried to avoid. Anger, envy, fear, or resentment may surface, but courage is not the absence of fear. It is the willingness to face it. You must understand that these parts are a natural aspect of who you are, not to be despised, but to be understood and transformed. Looking within demands genuine honesty with yourself without concealing or justifying anything. Pause and ask, what am I hiding? Or, what am I truly afraid of? These questions help you explore more deeply and gradually remove the invisible barriers that hinder personal growth. Remember, the courage to look within is not about self-criticism or judgment, but about understanding yourself better. It is the first step toward true harmony, turning the darkest parts into a source of personal growth. Dare to look within, for only then can you truly master your life. 16. Final message. Confronting and integrating the shadow self is not just a personal journey. It is the path to living a more authentic and fulfilling life. When you dare to face the darkest and least perfect parts of yourself, you not only achieve spiritual freedom, but also create a solid foundation for growth. The emotions and thoughts you once tried to deny can now become sources of motivation, helping you grow and live more authentically. This journey is not easy. It requires courage, persistence, and determination, but the rewards are priceless. You will no longer live in contradiction or emptiness, but will find inner peace and joy in the simplest things. You will realize that every part of you, both light and dark, has value and deserves recognition. This is a journey of acceptance and integration, where you can live true to your nature, no longer straining to be a perfect version. You will find inner freedom, emotional mastery, and build more meaningful relationships. Remember, integrating the shadow self is not just a way to grow, but the path to living a more authentic and fulfilling life. Thank you for watching this video. Let's support our wonderful community by hitting subscribe and turning on notifications right now. Show everyone that you're living kindly by liking the video and sharing your experiences in the comments. Take action now to spread positive energy.